Can you hear me? Okay. When Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was asked how she would like to be remembered, she said she wanted to be remembered as someone who used whatever talent she had to do her work to the very best of her ability to help repair her society. This statement is truly what I hope to achieve as a lawyer, and attending this institution has been the first step to that goal. A funny story, though, of how I got to where I am today. After my first week of law school, I contacted Dean Maddock for advice about whether to stick it out or give up. I was overwhelmed and wasn't sure that law school was for me. However, by the time I'd made my mind to withdraw, the deadline for withdrawing without losing the money I'd already paid for this semester had passed. So I decided I'd finish this semester. 4 years later, I'm standing before you here. I'm not sure what the moral of that story is yet, but whatever divine intervention happened, I think it worked out. The truth is, there are a number of reasons law school has worked out for us. First, we have worked hard. As many of you know, the evening program is full of experienced professionals who maintain full-time jobs while attending law school in the evening for 4 years. It has brought a new meaning to the words busy and stressed for sure. In fact, I think Kim Herron set the bar for hard work when she set for that first property midterm 4 years ago, only 2 days after giving birth to Chance. Am I right? We have challenged one another, supported one another, and made each other laugh when we all wanted to give up and cry. I'm especially thankful to Candace Seagroves for representing us with grace, love, humility, and poise. I am also thankful for Ziba Anarwala, who has been a kind and generous friend, to James West, who kept me alive, literally. James, will you take an IOU for the co-pays? IOU? Is that okay? Thank you to Joe Ellis for always saving me a seat, even if sometimes it was the wrong one during a final exam. Thank you to Dana Stone for stopping me from quitting halfway. She doesn't know she did that, but she did, so thank you. And most especially, thank you for Kathy Fornares, who is a dear friend, an advocate, a motivator, and has set the pace that has got us to the end. Thank you, Kathy, for your friendship and love. When they call our names in a few minutes, they won't say that J.T. Canane helped everyone he could through this process, that Margie Hersler was a writing scholar, that Chip Baggett is one of the kindest and most professional colleagues among us, that Jacob Goad kept the mood light, and that Lindsay Knapp, Donna Williams, and John Jansen commuted hours to be here each night, or that many of us sacrificed for personal relationships and family and friends to complete this incredible feat. The ceremony bulletin in your hands may not state our individual accomplishments, but we all know that we have a class of first-grade colleagues and lifelong friends with talents and grit that don't show up on a resume, but that will take us each to our goals to mend our society. We worked hard, but we didn't get here alone. We have been inspired continuously by faculty and staff who have taught us the law and prepared us to be excellent attorneys. I am especially thankful to Dean Maddock, who guided us through this entire process. I thank Professor Corbett, who is a model teacher and advisor, and Professor Beckwith, whose knowledge of business world leaves us prepared to settle our own trust accounts, form our own businesses, and even understand just what happens when we write a check. Just one little piece of paper, right, Mr. Addison? Each of you has taught us something important and connected with us individually in special ways. To the countless other professors, deans, and staff who facilitated our experience, thank you sincerely. More importantly, though, all of you out there in the audience are why we have succeeded. You all made it possible for us to be sitting here today. Yes, you can give yourself a hand. We are joined today by wonderful colleagues, by family who have trekked from near and far, like my aunt and uncle, an entire second family of aceitunos and castañedas, and my sister and brother-in-law who took me into their home and drove me to and from commitments when I was too sick to do so myself. We are lucky to be joined by lifelong friends, spouses, and significant others, like Ramiro. Thank you for sticking this out with me for 4 years and for learning and growing with me through what was perhaps the most difficult thing I've ever done. Love you. Most importantly, though, we are accompanied by parents and grandparents, whether in spirit or in body. To my mother, Francine Stevenson, and my stepfather, Don Stevenson, you two are kind, generous, and unwavering in your love. Who I am is because you nourished my curiosity, filling my world with books, stories, ideas, and music instead of clothes and things. You taught me to love learning and became my guidepost for everything in life. I love you, Mama and Don, and thank you for what you do. I am lucky to get to list my supporters, but on behalf of all of the graduates, thank you to all who have supported and loved us. Know that if you're out there in the audience, each one of us is here because we are indebted to your support, and we are so grateful for the people in our lives who have dried our tears, carried the extra weight of day-to-day life, and shared in our joys and successes. In a few minutes, they will call our names and we will cross that stage and embark on another journey out into the world to do some real lawyering. May we each remember, like the notorious RBG, to use whatever talent we have to the best of our ability to improve our society. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2016.